What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Thursday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have 6 games on tonight's main slate. Not a ton of pending injury news. We do have some nice value spots with guys already ruled out. Really, right now, the only guys up in the air are Jaylen Brown with an abductor, I think, injury, which is usually a case where they might just rest him. And then Jarrett Allen, who left last game early with an illness, is questionable tonight. That's a 10 o'clock game, so we might not get that news. We have a ton of Heat value again with Lowry, Hero, Caleb Martin all being out again. And then for the Nets, too, with KD being out. KD is looking like he's going to miss a month. He has some bad luck with those knees, but give this video a like. Again, NFL playoffs on Saturday. Message to get into those groups. I really just have one group for FanDuel where you get all of my content for the playoffs. So message me for that. Looking to bounce back, a lot of chalk last night, failed. DeJounte Murray was, pretty brutal. The Suns, a lot of people were on Dwayne Washington, including me, and, even in a blowout environment, he's pretty blowout proof, but, a lot of the guys just didn't pan out. We're on to a new night. That's DFS for you, and hopefully these guys can have a great night for us. So I failed to mention Giannis is out tonight too. Jrue Holiday looks like a lock in all formats. 7,300. He was 7,500 last night, and I had him on the hybrid, and he didn't disappoint. 40 fantasy points. Now with Middleton and Giannis out, Holiday, his usage is just going to skyrocket. He should be like a 9K player in this spot here tonight. He should be the first guy in all of your lineups here. 7,300. Way too cheap. He needs 37 fantasy points to hit value. Should not be an issue. I expect him to get over 40 tonight, with all these increased opportunities with no Giannis and Chris Middleton. Shooting guard. Now, we have Bam back tonight, but it's kind of the same thing as last game outside of Bam. All Bam affects is, a little bit of usage gets taken away from all these guards, and Orlando Robinson becomes not a thing. They're still very short in the backcourt here. They have no Lowry, no Tyler Hero, no Caleb Martin. Gabe Vincent probably going to start again. All of these front backcourt guys look fantastic tonight once again. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Victor Oladipo. All these guys can hit value. Vincent's price did not change. 4,100. He had a bad game last game, and he was very popular. He still basically got there. He needed 20 fantasy points. He played 39 minutes. He might play the same amount of minutes tonight. Just because Bam is back, it doesn't affect this backcourt. They are still very shorthanded. He's going to have so much time on the court to hit that value. His floor is about 20 because he had a bad game last game, 7 turnovers, and he still hit value. So it's going to be very, very hard for him not to get there tonight at 4,100. He looks like a fantastic cheap value play. There's not a ton of cheap value plays on this slate right now. Gabe Vincent looks like the top guy. Small forward, Max Strus, I had mentioned just a second ago. I like him again here tonight. Him or Oladipo, they're around the same price. I don't hate you getting to, all of these backcourt Heat guys. Played 42 minutes, shot really well. Again, Bam Adebayo being back tonight does take usage away from these guys, but it doesn't take the minutes away. They play completely different positions. These prices are still cheap enough on a small 6-game slate where their value needs to be considered still. Do they look like as much of a smash play as last game with no Bam? No, but they're still a good play here tonight. Strus at 5,500 needs 27 to get there. He's been a very consistent guy even when the Heat are healthy. Again, with no Hero, no Lowry, no Caleb Martin, Strus is going to be starting tonight. He's going to be seeing serious minutes. Expect him for 35 plus minutes tonight. And it makes it that he doesn't even need to be a fantasy point per minute kind of guy to hit value. So a really, really strong middle tier to cheaper tier play at 5,500. Power forward, now we can go with Kyrie Irving. I just kind of ran out of guard spots. I wanted to go with cheaper guys because there's not a ton of cheap value out there. Kyrie Irving looks great with no Durant back in Boston. Again, there's a good chance Jaylen Brown doesn't play tonight either. They're already without Al Horford. So the Celtics, their defense probably won't be as strong. Robert Williams is coming back. Ben Simmons looks great here at 6,800. His ceiling is going to be very high. There's not too much data on him with no Kevin Durant because it hasn't been a common thing since Simmons has, came to the Nets. But he's going to have extra usage. He has a great ceiling. He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot with Kyrie, and he should probably play some extra minutes because you can't really rely on all the other guys too much. Like, Royce O'Neal looks like a decent play too, but it's Royce O'Neal. His floor is, to the dirt. So I like Ben Simmons a decent amount here at 6,800. He needs 34 fantasy points to hit value. He's had some really big games this year. He has been inconsistent. He doesn't score points, but he does, everything else on the court. So he can get there in a variety of ways. I don't mind Simmons here tonight. A little note on this, though. It's not like a smash cash play. I'm definitely leaning more towards tournament upside with this play, but it's definitely something that should be on your radar here with no Kevin Durant tonight. Then for center, Jrue Holiday and Bobby Portis should be the first two guys in your lineups tonight. Portis at 6,400, he's going to see a ton of minutes. And, the reason why he's not usually a play is he just doesn't get enough minutes. He's a great fantasy point per minute kind of guy. So when he gets over 30 minutes, look at a couple weeks ago when he was getting 28 plus minutes consistently. He was getting over 38 fantasy, or not 38. He was getting over 30 fantasy points every single game. These minutes from December 28th to January 4th, those are realistic minutes for him tonight. 28 to 34 minutes with no Giannis out there. He might not start, but he could start at power forward for Giannis. Not sure what they're going to do yet. Regardless, if he starts or comes off the bench, he's going to play a big role in this game, and he should easily get there at 32 fantasy points. He has 40-point upside tonight. With him, Brook Lopez, not a bad play either. Bobby Portis, definitely a cash game type play. Brook Lopez at 6,700 is in the same boat with the usage and, all the extra things going around with no Giannis. But Brook Lopez is more of a GPP guy. He's a block guy. He's not really a guy who immediately benefits with extra usage. Bobby Portis does. So, you want to be filtering through these Bucks guys tonight with all the value going around and all the extra usage. That'll do it for this video, guys. Give it a like. Make sure you're subscribed. We have the NFL playoffs coming up this weekend. Excited for that. Let's have a great Thursday night here, a great Friday night tomorrow, and ride into this weekend. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.